Hey there, comic book friends. I'm Travis, and it's New Comic Book Day. Yay! Or at least New Comic Book Day for me. I'm doing this live because I don't know, I'm feeling lazy or whatever, and don't want to record a video and then stick it up. And there's other live shows out there going on right now, comic book shows. Probably watch them before you watch this, because this is just me just talking about the books I got this week. Nothing too exciting. You could be watching a debate on which is better, DC or Marvel. We all know it's DC, but you know, whatever. Or listening to the latest podcast from Sleepy Reader 666 and Wednesday Serial, talking Conan. Some awesome stuff there. Trying to think what else. Check out David Lee. David Lee's cranking out videos like every other day now, so that's awesome. I'm behind on watching those because I'm behind on reading my comics. I have read 2 of the 20 books I got last week so far, and it is Friday. So yeah, I'm not going to power read those, I don't think. No comic book roundtable this week. I will actually be at a superhero themed gathering. I'm told I'm not supposed to call it a party. Gathering with Eric from Longbox Review. We are celebrating his birthday after the fact, but it's a gathering, not a party. And it's superhero themed. So am I going dressed as a superhero? No, I do not actually own a superhero costume, but I will be wearing plenty of superhero paraphernalia. So no comic book roundtable. I will be instead celebrating other parts of the fandom, I guess. So yeah, so this is the live show. This is the live show I'm going to do instead. So I'm going to talk comics. I'm going to talk my comics I got here. My invoice here says I got 18 books this week. We're going to start out with this pile because it's got a big old hardback in it, and we'll check it out first. And I don't remember exactly what it is I ordered. I order these things like 3 months in advance sometimes, and hardbacks, trades, things like that. Sometimes they get advanced orders, and so they're way out there. But it's The Sea. And this is a graphic novel by Reich Villasdensen. No idea. Other than I, Travis, am a fan of Moby Dick, Old Man the Sea, that sort of thing. So I'm attracted to this. Just the visual of this kind of thing generally attracts me. Now, funny thing is I actually I view the sea as a very dangerous and angry entity. I'm not a ocean fan in the reality of the actual ocean itself. It's like the last place I want to visit. I mean, I'm not afraid of it. I don't care for it. So why I have this kind of affinity with this sort of thing at the same time, I don't know. I'm a big Rime of the Ancient Mariner fan. I don't know what it is. So a fisherman traversing the ocean is used to danger and surprise. But what happens when he pulls his net and catches a newborn baby and a talking fish? Thus begins the story, full of provocative symbolism and a madness that doesn't just bubble beneath the surface of the water, but drenches the sailor and the reader like a tidal wave. Danish cartoonist Reich Villasden, Villadsen, makes her English language debut with this seafaring tale soaked in surrealism that is ultimately about the end of one's life, the beginning of another, and a man literally and figuratively lost at sea. This is a Fantagraphics book. I got it at about 35% off. I like this stuff. I like big symbolism. I like all that kind of thing. And so I am curious about this. So the opening page, him tying knots, sailor knots, of course. There you go. I just love the fact that there are books like this that get published and whatnot. It just kind of, ooh, naked lady tattoos that talk. So yes, I'm really looking forward to venturing into this, just to see what it has to say. There's the talking fish. Yeah, right on. So I am looking forward to adventuring into that at some point and checking that out. My only problem is this kind of book. This one maybe not so, because it looks pretty intriguing. I get these and then they set in a pile, and sometimes it takes a long time for me to get to them. The kind of thing I need to talk about, right? I need to make a video about this kind of stuff because it's not the standard affair. So I need to get out of reading some of these and then actually doing that, talking about them. But anyway, so people are checking out. That's my kind of extra look beyond my typical pull stuff that we're gonna check out now. What do we got? Detective Comics. It's issue 996. Of course, that countdown to 1,000. So Tomasi, Batman. I've been enjoying this. It's been interesting just to see, trying to figure out, who's the villain. There's been these kind of cases. Last issue is pretty extreme. There's a character death in it that I'm having kind of hard time grasping the idea of that character being gone. So I don't know if that gets remedied at all or not. Doug Mahnke on art. The art has been really good. So it's been confirmed. I think yesterday I saw on Twitter that, of course, Tomasi is writing past 1,000, which excites me. And Brad Walker is doing the art. I'm familiar with him doing covers. Not interiors, but so look forward to that too. This is a good Batman. Good stuff. What else we got? Deadly Class. Deadly Class is back. This is issue number 36, starting of a new arc. Woohoo! Ooh, can you see the bones down there under the ground? Yeah. Super excited to see where this goes. Love Deadly Class. Did you check out the TV show? It was on Wednesday. New Comic Book Day was when it was on the Sci-Fi Channel. I enjoyed it. It kind of jumps around timeline-wise as far as the comic goes, and it's clearly not as good as the comic. Comic's the best, but in that show, they actually use this, this title. I mean, that's what they use. They use that actual font for it, which I think is awesome. And they actually have some animation in there that is directly pulled off of Wes Craig's art. So that's super cool. Anyway, always love Deadly Class. We're in 1988, 36 issues, 3 years in, and still just an awesome comic. Cool when independent comics last a long time like that. Second issue of Conan. Me and Damien Sleeper, we, the last Comic Book Roundtable, kicked around issue number 1 of Conan the Barbarian quite a bit. Let's see if issue 2 provides us a little more than just basically being the equivalent of a comic book version of Arnold Schwarzenegger's Conan. Yeah, we'll see. And then Catwoman, issue number 7. I'm still on board with Catwoman. This issue written by Jones. Casagrande is doing the art on it. I'm perfectly cool with that. You want to steal my what? I'm going to stay on Catwoman. I've been enjoying it. I know that Jillian Jones' art is a huge draw, and some people are getting off of it because she's not going to be doing the art anymore, but that's okay. I'm going to hang around. I like the character, like the way she's written so far. So, and I still think there's more story between her and Batman. So I'm an idiot. I'll hang around for that. So let's see what else we got here. What else we got? Wicked and Divine, issue number what? 41? Getting to the end, getting close. Man, looking forward to it too. And then I'm looking forward to at some point sitting down and power reading through the whole thing so I can catch all the little bits and pieces of plot that I know I probably have missed somewhere along the way. Next up, we have Justice League Dark, issue number 7. Been digging Justice League Dark largely because the characters are awesome. Who Dare Defies the Other Kind. Yeah, let's see what transpires. Kind of done with the last arc. The last arc had to do with can't remember the knight's name. Anyway, another dimension that Blue Devil is in, and that sort of thing, and Detective Chimps, how he kind of messed up that place and getting that fixed and whatnot, and now we're on to new things, so we'll see what the new things are. I don't know. you as a reader or a viewer of something, do you like seeing the same villains roll back in, the same kind of eternal flat threat that's there? So we get some side stories of other stuff, but ultimately there's this thing hanging there. I do lots of times. I have to admit that what's coming to mind right now is the Doctor Who TV show, the Matt Smith era of the Doctor, and the whole Bad Wolf thing. Started out really interesting, but then after a while it felt like, oh my God, everything ties back to that continuously. Sometimes that can be really cool, and sometimes it can be not so cool. I'm not sure what I think of this. The Other Kind, I'm assuming The Other Kind is all part of that, the magical race entity realm that we kind of supposedly stole magic from. I'm guessing that it's more of that. So if it's that, it was all part of the witching hour stuff that happened. Is there, you know, can we branch out maybe? I mean, I don't know. I haven't decided, I guess. Makes me worried though. So House of Whisper, issue number 5. Like that cover, but I don't know. The story just has not grabbed me like I was hoping it would. As I continue to say, the reason I keep getting the book is that there is a Vertigo bundle with discount comic book service, and I get all the Vertigo books at 50% off if I get them all. So having one book in it that I'm not that excited about is fine when I'm getting 6 or 7 other books at 50% off that I really, really like a lot. So that continues to be in my pile. I kind of read it, kind of peruse it, depending on what my time is when I reach the bottom of my pile. Otherwise, I'm just going to have a whole stack of them stacked up. And at some point when I have free time, I'll actually try and power through a bunch of them at once and see if that helps me enjoy it better. So Goddess Mode, issue number 2. I really liked issue number 1. Has to do with kind of a virtual reality sort of a thing. Robbie Rodriguez's art through it was really cool. Zoe Quinn's dialogue is strong and enjoyable. We'll see where it goes. I mean, issue number 1 kind of opened up the possibilities. Now we'll see exactly where might this story take us, as we have this kind of a quasi cyber hacker on the payroll, kind of a person, kind of doing her own thing and now being in serious trouble for it. Serious trouble to the point where she and her dead, somewhat preserved father may be completely unhooked from all of basically what is reality now. So we'll see what happens with issue number 2. It's kind of a bummer that I didn't talk about issue number 1. I didn't do a round table or anything like that to talk about it, because probably should have. Gideon Falls, issue number 10. More of the covers with the faces on it. No idea where this is going with the good old Black Barn. Of course, that's not the Black Barn. That is the church there in Gideon Falls that the father hangs out at, I believe, even though it's pretty desolate looking in that cover. Always having wonderful Andre Sorrentino art with great Dave Stewart coloring, intriguing storyline. You know, what's crazy, what's not crazy. Are the killers, these 2 storylines that are going on in the book, are they all happening in the same place, in different times, in different realities? Are we going to get answers? Who knows? But I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the ride as we explore and see what's going to happen. Fantastic Four, issue number 6. I have dropped this. The wedding issue, I just, whatever, did not really particularly care about. I have to admit, I love this cover. That Doom cover is pretty wicked. Herald of Doom Part 1. I'm going to read it, but I don't particularly care because, like I said, I've dropped it. Issue number 6. Shadowman, Rag and Bone, issue number 4. I'm sorry. Rag and Bone Part 4, issue number 11. This may be actually the last issue. Isn't that weird to end on issue 11 instead of 12? But this book is done. I don't know if that means it didn't sell. Andy Digley was tired of writing it. I have no idea. But we'll finish it out. This character's finally embracing what he is, which is strange to then decide to not have a book anymore when finally he's at the point where he's actually gonna be Shadow Man and do Shadow Man kind of thing. So instead of just fighting it all the time. Oh, book that's just so amazing. A Walk Through Hell, issue number 11. Those are teeth down there. The last issue ended absolutely crazy kind of a scene. Somebody is so scared that they're having a heart attack to die, and they go into cardiac arrest. Somebody actually pumps their heart to keep them alive because they think it would be unfair for them just to die immediately. Instead of just continuing to be frightened. So there's somebody that keeps somebody alive so they can continue to be frightened to death because they don't want them to just die. That would be too easy. That'd be a cop-out of what's to come, amongst all our kinds of insane things. Garth Ennis, written book. The dialogue in it is brilliant. It really feels like people are having conversations. They interrupt each other. They talk over it in between each other in a way that makes it feel very natural and even more so not static like some comic books can be. So just really good stuff. Really looking forward to seeing what is going on there. Wonder Woman issue number 62. I don't know. I'm really hoping that it catches somewhere. It gains some energy, that I can be more invested in it than what I am. I clearly overhyped it in my head with G. Wilson coming in the book that was in this, was going to be some, next level kind of stuff. And it's pretty pedestrian as a whole. The art will be better because this is the same artist that was on the last issue. The last issue had decent art, so that may continue to elevate the book. I thought the first issues that G. Wilson was on, the artist was on it then, I thought detracted from the book for me quite a bit. So with the this artist, which I'm not even going to begin to pretend it's their name. Focus, camera, focus. It's not going to happen. Yeah, no, it's not going to happen. If you can read that, good for you. Zermanko? I don't know. Anyway, so hopefully it picks up. Oh, yes. Yes. There it is. There it is. Chapter 12 of 12 of Days of Hate. This will probably be at the top of this pile of books to read. I'm really want to know how they're going to end this book out. And this gesture of those two hands intrigues me too. This has been a great book. Super dark and incredibly heavy. But I have really enjoyed it. I'm sorry, like I said, I'm really looking forward to seeing how this one ends. How this one ends will depend. It will let me know how I pitch this to other people who might be interested in reading something that's different, something else that comics can do. Not if you're, people who are poo-pooing superheroes or that sort of thing or whatever. I'm looking forward to being able to recommend this to people. At this point, I would anyway. But how it ends depends on how hard I would push it on people. I want to say like issue 6 or issue 9, I can't remember which issue it is, has probably some of the best like falling in love story of somebody retelling what that experience was that I have probably ever read. So yeah, which is amazing in a book that has to do of set in the near future and the kind of downward spiral of nationalism and stuff like that that's going on in America. To have that folded in amongst all the other stuff here just makes you that much more invested in the characters that are in it and stuff. So yeah, great stuff. Another book I'm always happy to have in my pile, Evolution number 13. Here's this crazy critter, which these things are all over the place now. What's going to happen? Where's the book going to go? What's left? I do not know. But I have been terribly enjoying the ride. And Ferrani's art with Boyd on colors, this is what you're getting inside there. Just really great stuff. Interesting, these 3 or 4 stories that are going on. Are they going to collide at some point? Who knows? But definitely a book I love to read. So the book with the most annoying fonted title, Isola is back. This book is just gorgeous. There's this tiger queen. She's a queen that's somehow been turned into a tiger, is in it, and it's just gorgeous. The art inside is super, super gorgeous. First, this is be the start of the second arc at what did I say? Issue 6. I want to feel like there's a 6 on the cover, and I just can't see it. I'm gonna look. Got nothing but time, right? Yes, issue 6. But I mean, hell, even the 6 on the back of it is annoying. Anyway, beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous book. See where it goes. But for eye candy, hard to beat. And then finally, it is a larger issue, number 3 from the Lamphams of Stray Bullets fame. I'm enjoying this book. It's not as strong as Stray Bullets is. It's not as kind of weird, kooky as what Young Liars is, 2 of my favorites. But there's enough going on that I want to know what else is going on, kind of a thing. So checking it out. That's my books. That's my books this week. I'm out of here. I'm going to go listen to some music and read some of last week's books. And maybe I'll be around sometime this weekend. But like I said at the beginning of this, in case like you skipped the beginning and went straight to the end, no comic roundtable tomorrow. I will be at a gathering with Eric from Longbox Review, along with some of his other friends. Anyway, have a great one, everybody. Have a good weekend if I don't see you. And till next time.